My name is Chris Burke. I live in New York, about 30 minutes north of the city. I am married. My wife's name is Jess, and I have a son, Declan, and my daughter, Mariana, was just born 3 weeks ago today as we record this. I started out playing the piano. That's probably my main instrument, the piano and organ. I started with lessons in first grade. And I went to school for audio engineering, and I've been playing in bands and teaching and recording pretty much ever since. The music that I'm into, I really like to play Hammond organ, so I'm into funk and soul and some of that kind of music. Some of my own stuff that I write also skews a little bit more into the acoustic, like rootsy rock kind of stuff. And then I also have like an electronic side. I like to mess around with synthesizers and drum machines and things like that, and that kind of gets into more of like a Nine Inch Nails kind of a world, I guess you could say. I first learned of Tunedly in a Twitter post from Hypebot, and it sounded interesting, so I looked into it. When I saw the team that Tunedly has put together and the chance to work with session musicians and writers from all over the world, one of my favorite things in music is collaborating with other people and the songwriter, trying to get them the song exactly how they want it and what's going to work best for the song. And sometimes in the recording studio environment with session musicians, your eye always has to be on the clock and how much money everything is costing you. Whereas with Tunedly, it lets these world-class musicians all kind of work on their own schedule, in their own studio, where they're free to be creative and make sure that they can get everything exactly right, while also still being completely collaborative, the way the platform works online. Some of the people I've worked with on stage or in the recording studio are Sonny Landreth, Alan Evans from Soul Live, Jan-Rico Scott from the Derek Trucks Band, Andy Aladort from the Dickie Betts Band. I've done session work for Gary Portnoy, who wrote the theme song to Cheers. That's what everybody knows him from. And also musical director Shelton Becton. Some of my earlier influences were classic rock, the stuff that my parents were probably playing in our house growing up. So like The Doors, The Who, The Rolling Stones, definitely The Beatles. I'm really into like organ jazz, funk, and soul. So Medeski, Martin, and Wood for the more out there stuff. Soul Live, The Meters, definitely. I love Tom Waits and Amy Mann, what they do with their songwriting and production. And then I'm also a fan of, pop music and hip hop and rap. So I'm kind of all over the place. I guess everybody says that, but one of the things I love most about making music is the collaborative aspect of it. Getting a number of people all pulling in the same direction to get the song sounding as good as it can sound and to deliver on whatever it is that the songwriter was trying to communicate. And sometimes the song can end up going beyond what the songwriter imagined. But when you get a whole team of people all kind of locking in, either on a groove or on an idea or on a sound, it can be anything. It just feels great. When I am not making music, right now I have a 22-month-old son and a 3-week-old daughter. So right now when I'm not making music, it's likely to be changing diapers. I'm a big sports fan. I like the Rangers, the Knicks, the Mets, and the Giants. Number one is to try and listen to as much as you can. It's important to recognize whatever it is that you do best and definitely focus on that. But there may be stuff going on in genres that you're not really necessarily plugged into, that you can sometimes get some great ideas from. Sometimes playing with people in bands or projects that doesn't normally sound like your cup of tea can open up other opportunities that you wouldn't have otherwise gotten a chance to get. Especially in the beginning, it's kind of important to pretty much take any opportunity anybody gives you for anything. If writing is your thing, Just keep writing. Get used to not liking anything that you do, and keep doing it. And you'll find stuff starts to work out for you, even if it's only one out of every 10 or one out of every 100 projects.